Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Yo!
We're looking at a Mohanlal teaser. This is called AARAATTU. It's directed by Unnikrishnan B, and it's also starring a lot of people.
A lot.
So I won't read off that list of names. Y'all, thanks so much for joining us here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and let's jump into this, shall we? Here we go.
Oh my god.
That's cute.
I'll tell you later. There he goes. Dang.
నేను వాడిని చంపేస్తాను.
I was just like, ooh, that was a little bit like scanty when Mohanlal lifted up his, I don't know what you guys call it, is it lungi or I'm like a sarong, but you know, he lifted it up and was like, hey, I was like, ooh, it's getting a little short.
Why did you have a thing about the hippo?
Okay, so this is funny family trivia for me. My mom, she's overweight. It's like a running joke in our family. We lovingly call her a hippo. She doesn't take this badly, okay? This has been going on since I was a kid. I probably should tell my dad that that's not a nice thing to do. Anyway, we've always said, you know, like if we had a restaurant that our family owned, we would call it the Happy Hippo House. Mm-hmm. And so I just saw that it was produced by Hippo Prime and I was just like, oh my God, I feel a connection.
Mom.
Hippo to hippo, you know?
That's weird. I looked up the word AARAATTU in hopes of learning more about the story for this film, and it says in Wikipedia, it just pointed me to like an information page about what that is. I don't know if it's the same thing. It's got a similar spelling, but it's not exactly the same. It says a ritual performed during Hindu temple festivals in Kerala, India, in which the priest bathed the idol of the deity in a nearby river or a temple bank. It is mainly carried out at the end of the temple festival. AARAATTU is celebrated twice annually. The spring festival, March, April, and the autumn festival, October, November. A festival is normally 10 days long.
Oh, that's interesting because that's also similar to what we do in Thailand during Thai New Year, which is around the springtime of that, which is we clean our Buddhas.
It says here in popular culture, a 1979 Malayalam film directed by Ivy Sasi was titled AARAATTU, and in a 2021 film directed by B. Unnikrishnan uses the same title. Both the films are otherwise unrelated to the ritual.
Oh, completely unrelated then.
Okay, well at least that helps clarify stuff. Here's the honest truth, man. I mean, obviously, you know, there is good reason to be excited because it's Mohanlal, and a lot of people love Mohanlal. I get that. Taking the teaser on its own merits, I don't know why I'm supposed to be excited. That's the honest truth.
You're supposed to be excited because it's Mohanlal.
That's the only thing.
That's why.
That's the only thing it has going for it. But like, as an American, that's confusing. It's like if you just put, I don't know, who would be a good example? I guess Liam Neeson. If you just saw him in the exact same scenarios you've seen him do in Taken,
right?
But it's just slightly different dialogue. Like, I don't know that it would have the same resonance.
Yeah, sure. They're really upfront with what this is because I thought I saw in a description somewhere it was like mass entertainer, and definitely looking at this teaser you're like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm getting with this product. It is a mass entertainer. It's got the action, it's got the rousing music. I was digging the song that they used, like it really gets you hyped, right?
Sure.
And you're looking at the action and stuff and it's all really cool. At this point it doesn't even matter what the story is in the teaser. It's literally just like, hey you guys, Mohanlal has a new film,
sure,
and it's gonna be fun, so come watch it.
But I mean, there's very little difference for me between this and a motion poster. Honestly, like a motion poster might do it more for me because it might give me a more deeper understanding of what's going on in the movie. I just know that Mohanlal's the hero, which he always is.
Right.
There's like a lot of Mohanlal teasers I've seen that feel and sound and look exactly like this, that I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. If you threw all the names into a bag and then dumped them on the table, I wouldn't be able to put it with the appropriate film. That's what I'm trying to say, based on a lot of these teasers that I've watched. And so what I was looking for here was something just different that I haven't seen from Mohanlal, I guess teasers, because I haven't seen too many of his movies, but just his teasers, something slightly different from his teasers. Now, if you're someone who watches all of his movies on the regular, there's probably nuances here that you're picking up that you haven't seen in his other films.
Right.
Like, as someone who doesn't listen to death metal or certain kinds of music, you know, to the untrained ear, it all sounds the same, just screamo, right? It all sounds like the same song. Or even with pop music today, it all sounds very similar, same, right?
Sure.
But to the trained ear, you'll hear the differences and have reason to like one thing over another thing.
Yeah.
So likewise here, that might be just pure ignorance on my part. I just want to be real with you guys. Like, I get it. Mohanlal's a superstar and people love him. Cool. I liked him in the last film I watched him in.
Drishyam 2?
Yeah. I thought he was really cool there, you know? But that's a different thing. So when I saw the teaser to that, I had reason to be excited. I already saw the first film. The trailer or teasers there give you a deeper understanding of what's happening in that movie. It's not just superstar throwing his, what is that called?
I want to say it's a lungi.
A lungi, throwing his lungi around, kicking a guy, or swooping a guy in this instance. That's the one difference I saw. Instead of putting his foot into the guy like a push kick, he was sweeping him like a judo sweep. That was the only difference I saw.
I mean, that looked pretty cool though, to be fair.
There's nothing about it that made me go, yay. Like, I'm just gonna jump out of my chair and go, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was nothing like that that just had that sort of impact on me. Not to say that it couldn't. There could have been other stuff in there that they could have put in that would have made me more excited.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, cool. I'm cautiously optimistic. Mohanlal's cool, and it's an action film. All right, awesome. You got my curiosity. Now I'm gonna keep an open mind for what comes next. But as it is right now, there isn't anything groundbreaking or new here that I haven't seen from Mohanlal already. That's all I'm trying to say.
Got it.
And so, I just want to keep it 100 with the audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But if you're excited, don't let me shit on your parade. Like, be excited. Like, I get it, you know? If there are certain actors, if Jackie Chan, you know, had a teaser and didn't show too much, and it was just him sweeping some dude, I'd probably be excited.
Yeah.
You know, I'd still be stoked. If Chuck Norris came out of retirement and had a trailer like this, or all he did was sweep a dude down and said a cool line, I'm gonna kill them all, I wouldn't care how bad, I'm not saying Mohanlal's a bad actor, by the way. When I say what I'm about to say, Mohanlal's a fine actor, but Chuck Norris is not a great actor. If he came out and said and he delivered his line, I'm gonna kill them all with the worst acting ever, like Walker, Texas Ranger style, I would watch that movie in a heartbeat. Like,
I didn't know you were a Chuck Norris fan.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Chuck Norris has one of the classic fight scenes with Bruce Lee from Way of the Dragon, AKA Return of the Dragon. He was a martial arts star back in the day, and he had a long-running show called Walker, Texas Ranger that Conan O'Brien inherited the clips of because Conan O'Brien's show was on NBC, Walker, Texas Ranger was on NBC, and he'd pull this lever, and the most random clips would come out of Walker, Texas Ranger that were all awful. It was B-movie, it was bad. Yeah, there are certain actors, and even in my example of Liam Neeson, as I was saying it, I was thinking, I might be curious to watch that. So I kind of get the love.
Right, yeah.
Even on something simple like
Just
this.
because you're like, he's great. You know he's going to deliver, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever genre it is, you know he's going to deliver because he's that versatile and he is super popular.
Right.
As, you know.
So all that being said, like my exposure to Mohanlal is not as strong as many of you guys, and therefore like my excitement my enthusiasm is not gonna be as strong.
Right.
And I don't wanna fake that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the honesty. And this didn't get downvoted to hell, Jesus Christ. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby KOAY, this is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.